Hi everybody, I want you to meet our new friend, Mr. Ostinato. Mr. Ostinato is really special, but he keeps repeating himself. That's all he does, is he repeats himself over and over like this. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. Oh my goodness, he can't stop. Poor Mr. Ostinato. But there's something in music called an ostinato. That's kind of like Mr. Ostinato, isn't it? An ostinato is a rhythm pattern that keeps repeating itself over and over and over again, like this one. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Do it with me. Ready, go. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Now we can do this over and over again. We can speed it up some. Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's do allegro. That's going to make it a little bit faster. And let's turn on the audio. Here's our ticker, metronome. 1, 2, ready, go. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. Can you go faster than that? I don't know. We'll try. 142. Here we go. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. Can you go really, really slowly? Try this one. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. So you can change the speed, but the rhythm underneath is still the same, and that's what makes it an ostinato. Mr. Ostinato. Here we go. He repeats himself. He repeats himself. Mr. Ostinato. Mr. Ostinato. Put it together now. Mr. Ostinato, he repeats himself. Again, Mr. Ostinato, he repeats himself. Awesome, you're really good at that. You are very good at that. All right.
Mr. Ostinato.
Mr. Ostinato
Sat on a potato.
sat on a potato.
Up he stood and said he,
Up he stood and said he,
this is not so comfy.
this is not so comfy.
Mr. Ostinato
Mr. Ostinato
sat on a tomato.
sat on a tomato.
Up he stood and said he,
Up he stood and said he,
this is very messy.
this is very messy.
Mr. Ostinato
Mr. Ostinato
sat on a potato.
sat on a potato.
Up he stood and said he,
Up he stood and said he,
this is not so comfy.
this is not so comfy.
Mr. Ostinato
Mr. Ostinato
sat on a tomato.
sat on a tomato.
Up he stood and said he,
Up he stood and said he,
this is very messy.
this is very messy. Awesome, Mr. Ostinato. What did we learn today? Today we've learned the word ostinato. An ostinato is a repeated rhythm pattern. And we played along with a song.